operator, again, with the equality operator, sorry, the comparison equality operator is a double equal sign, right? So that checks to see if something is equal to something else. The single equal sign is the assignment operator. That's just to say, hey, this value is being now assigned to this variable. It's being stored inside this variable. Excellent. All right, now you have the strict equality operator. The strict equality operator is a triple equal sign. Now that just checks the data type and the value. I didn't really care about you guys learning that one too much. Okay, inequality operator. So David, can you please tell me what the inequality operator means? Exactly. It just means if this value is not equal to this other value, or sorry, is this value not equal to this other value? So if I have two numbers, if I have 6 and 5, is 6 not equal to 5? That's correct, so it's true. So it's like, it's kind of weird to think about, but this is when you're checking against something that you want to be false. Okay. Suizin, can you explain greater than, less than, equal to, and less than equal to? So if you have two values. Mm-hmm. Okay, perfect. Okay. Well, yeah. Mhm. Right. So the rest are very similar, right? So if you have two values and you're saying, and one thing that I should have let you guys know, if you have an if statement that checks to see if something is greater than or less than or comparing, you don't necessarily have to have an else statement. It could just be the if statement by itself, and you don't have to have an else. It could just follow that one condition and not have an else. Okay? So if something is greater than something, then it's going to result in true. If something is less than something, it's true. If it's not less than something, it's not greater than something, it's going to result in false. Same thing with greater than equal to, less than or equal to. Okay? So this last part. Okay, so now we have some more comparisons with the logical AND operator. So the logical AND operator is this double ampersand sign. So this is when you want more conditions. If num is greater than 5 and num is less than 10, that means num can be between what numbers? 6 and 9, yes. So if num is between 6 and 9, then return yes. And then otherwise, well, I'm not going to put return no. I'm just going to put return yes. Okay, good. So how about the logical OR operator? So we have the OR operator. This works in the opposite way. If num is greater than 5 or num is less than 10, then return yes. So this is kind of weird, right? It's like if it's greater than 5 or it's less than. So why don't we try a different one? Or num is equal to meow. So either one of those values will fit. So if num is less than 5, then it won't work. But if num is either greater than 5 or is equal to meow, then we're good. Then we're solid gold. So this and or operators, they work in a way that says, okay, do I want more conditions to be more strict? So, if this person is greater than, okay, so let's do a strict one, or let's just do the and one right now. If age is greater than or equal to 21 and age and gender is female, then welcome to the club. to club something. I don't know. Okay, so then you're saying I need to be more strict. I need to have more parameters that checks more values, right? So it needs to be this, this, and this. And let's say that you're only allowing redheads. So you're saying and hair color is equal to red. Then you can enter the club. So these are more strict operators. Okay, so next one is or. So we just went over that. And this one is like if you want to be less strict. It's like, okay, if this guy is cool, or he has a lot of money, or he brings a bunch of baseball cards or whatever, then you can still let him in. So this is the opposite of being strict. This is like if they fit any of these one conditions, then it will still be true. Otherwise, the and is what? They have to fit all those conditions, right? The or is any one of those conditions can be true to make the whole statement true. Okay? Is anyone not with me so far? Cool. All right, now we're going to finally finish this off with else and if else. Okay, so we already went over else, but we haven't gone over else if. So else if is if you want more conditions. So let's say that you have a strict test. So if value is equal to greater than or equal to 21, you say welcome. Else if value is less than or equal to 21 and greater than or equal to 18, that means they're between sorry, let me put less than 21. Less than 21, but greater than or equal to 18. That means they're actually 18 or older, right? Then you can say, okay, come in, but no drinking. Otherwise, you have to say, okay, sorry, you can't come in. So else if, you can have a bunch of else if. You can say if, else if, else if, else if, a bunch of conditions until you hit else. So again, else if just means another if statement. You're just chaining the if statements together. So if that's not true, then how about else if this is true? Okay, else if this is true, else if this is true, else if this is true. Any questions about that? Okay, that's it for today. Make sure you guys do the FCC modules. Also, make sure you guys complete the update that's due next week. So make sure at least 50% of your CSS in your project is completed by next week. Commit your changes, push up to GitHub, create a pull request, add me as an assignee to a pull request, and then the free code camp modules are done. Any questions? No? Yes, that's a good question. Do you still have to do discussions? Yeah. Discussion questions I made really easy though. So just